Like,
Not that good.
I don't know
No.
if if it's just me. I mean,
What up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Sorry, we're just in the middle of a conversation that we just started.
what?
We're live.
Yeah. Oh,
What were you gonna say?
yeah. I was. Well, we could talk about it. I don't know. Uh,
There
we
was
were just
parts
talking
that I
about.
loved, and there were
Uh,
parts that were just like, "What?"
yeah, I just we'll get into it because the whole show. Uh, I think you had. Oh dang! Is that your freaking pit
It's a
bull? Your
pity.
family's pity?
Yeah, Don named Donald Trump. That's his name.
No way.
His
Seriously.
name's Donald Trump. His nickname's Don.
That's
Yep.
great. That's great. Dude, I love
So,
that.
can you hear the
Um,
reverb or the wind blowing in my mic?
let me see.
So, like when I'm
I think
talking,
if
can you
yeah
hear the
no.
wind?
Oh, when you're talking, no, not really.
Oh, okay.
I can hear people in the background yelling, or not
Oh,
yelling, but
so maybe I
talking.
okay, let me
You're
shut the
fine
door.
though.
Uh, look
Oh,
what I got
jeez.
here.
Quesadillas.
Tamales.
Oh,
Oh my
tamales.
god, the quesadilla.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty much the same thing, dude.
Not.
Mm,
Uh, Regan just
dude,
called
this
tamales quesadillas, and he
tell me that.
goes, "Same thing."
Yeah, they are.
But
Yeah,
you ever had
it's that
like
like
it's like this
ah,
green guacamole hot sauce. It's I shouldn't have dipped this much in it, but it's so hot.
probably not.
Oh,
Oh man, have you been watching this game with Detroit and 49ers?
they just tied it up. I thought.
Yeah, they just tied it up. Detroit's got the
I
ball,
put way too
barely
much on it.
going.
Holy piss. He goes, I showed him the tamales and he goes, "Oh, quesadillas." And I was like, "No." He's like, "Same thing." No, that's Regan. Mm. You want to say hi?
Oh, oh, sucks for Detroit. Are you- there he is, the man, the myth, the legend,
Man, the myth, the legend. Oh my gosh.
the bowling champ. I just
He
listened
goes,
to
the
that
bowling
podcast.
champ. All right, get out, dogs.
Oh, geez, dude. Okay, Pal
I need
World,
water.
dude.
That's what I need.
Pal World. I freaking addicted to that thing, dude.
Dude, I haven't even gotten to like sit down and play it.
Oh,
Bought
you
it on
haven't? You
Friday morning.
haven't?
Dude, I've literally been watching streams of it and I'm like, this is the coolest freaking thing I've ever seen. I
Yeah.
bought it on Friday. I logged in. I was on a demo from like
Uh,
I don't even know, like from like 10 to I was on demos. And then that night I
mm,
had to deal with some stuff and I just couldn't
hmm dude.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
I've
want to
been
play
playing
so
it pretty
bad.
much. So I got the Tarkov thingy, Tarkov or whatever you call it.
Escape from Tarkov.
Yeah, and that one's a lot more difficult than because like you. I guess you. Well,
It's like
I've been.
it's like it's like a survival game or something, right?
Yeah, well,
I have never
you don't
played
get
it.
any like demo or like not demo, but they don't really explain the game to you. Like the game doesn't really explain the game to you. I
Hmm.
mean, you're supposed to go on all these missions and whatnot from different people, but that you have
Oh my
stored
gosh.
in your thing, and so you're just supposed to level it up and level up your guy. But like, if you die, you lose all this stuff, all your gear that you had left in the lobby, and you don't get that back. And it's like one shot in the head, you're dead. It's I don't know. It's pretty. You got to be pretty patient. It's like um Rainbow Siege 6. Have you ever played that one? Yeah. Oh, your audio is now not working. Nope. Should have brought your mic, man. Just for everyone to know, Matthew is in Texas currently, so he does not have his normal setup. He seems to be in a room with a whiteboard. Kind of, my boy. This is how it is. Oh, he's coming back on. Nope. I don't know. I don't think you got next time when you do it, when you get it, you can't mute it. I don't think you can pull it up because I think that was the problem. Or something like that. There's something it doesn't like about when you pull it up and then whatever. It was just weird because I feel like should be fine. Can't. But right now we got the 49ers game. Oh, Jude, Brock Purdy. Throw it out. Woo! Dude, Brock Purdy. Alleged recording will continue on a new track. Dang. That's crazy. If I no joke. I mean, I love Detroit, but I love the Brock Purdy. Just think of like the guy that was drafted at the very end, the very last draft pick. Nope. And then beats out, well, because of injury, is able to beat out Trey Lance and what's his name? The other guy. Well, I don't think they traded him to the Raiders, whatever his name was. I forget what his name is. But yeah, we Jimmy Garoppolo. There you go. Thank you. I could have read your lips a little bit. So stupid. I think you said that. Yes. Okay. Yeah. It is.
Now.
Yep.
Oh, there we go. Okay, I figured it out. Okay. So don't mute myself. Yeah, he's been an look. Do I agree with a lot of people that he is a system quarterback? Sure. If you watch a lot of his play is check down. But I also think he pushes the ball down the field at opportune times. Like he does.
I mean, he's able to extend plays too.
Yeah.
But yeah,
no, I freaking took this is actually like really, really hot. It's really bad. Like you can see my lips are really red. And I had way too much on that friggin'
yeah.
Frick. But so yeah, I haven't been able to play Pal World.
Yeah.
I'm hoping tonight, if we can wrap up the stream a little bit quicker.
Oh, you got it on
play some.
On your little laptop? I guess it's on Steam
I do.
Or whatever.
I got it on here. The boys got it on. We're gonna get some Pal World tonight.
Dude.
Hey, well, guys, we'll stream it. We'll stream it after.
Yeah, we should stream it after. I don't know. Maybe we should just get this bad boy going. Let's
yeah. That's fine. Let me pull up our streams really quick. Yeah, I spelt it for you. Dude, it's honestly the worst thing about traveling is like you're at the comfort of your own home when you're at home. You have everything in the right order, even if it's a mess. You know where your things are in the mess. Here, I'm like scrambling. I literally have my laptop on top of my suitcase, so that way it's high enough for me to like look at it without like bending over and like hurting my neck, but setting up a webcam because my webcam on my computer sucks. And
Did
I'll
you
just
bring
say,
your webcam?
yeah, because my webcam on my computer doesn't work. So hit the okay.
What are you looking at? Where?
Okay. So people aren't. This was supposed to happen in a very orderly fashion. Okay. Today I was supposed to come to Texas, right? And I was supposed to
Do you
surprise
wanna
my
do this
brother.
And
Let's
do you wanna
jump in the pod. Let's do it. Let's just do
Okay,
it.
let's start in the pod. Let me see if the intro will work real quick. All right, just before. All right, here we
You
go.
might as well.
Welcome to the Goof and Goober Show, the podcast that brings you laughter,
Let's go!
insight, and
Yes!
the quirkiest conversations.
They fixed it!
Join your hosts, Matthew and Regan, as they embark on a delightful journey through the realms of pop culture
We got to change
humor,
our.
and everyday
title for What
shenanigans.
If
So buckle
YouTube.
up and get ready
Oh,
for
yeah.
a roller coaster of fun and entertainment. Let's dive.
Ladies and girls, I come to you today from a very different spot. For those of you guys listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and not watching this on our YouTube channel or watching the live stream, you'll notice a different background for me.
And the sound quality might be a lot
And the
worse,
sound
too.
quality might be a little bit worse. The camera quality, it's about the same because it's the same camera. But before we jump into the pod, we're brought today by my buddy, my good old pal, my compadre, my consigliere of many different things. Actually, I got taxes. I got my tax papers I
yeah.
need to send to you. So
Mhm.
my account, well, Regan freaking Dvorak.
Oh, hey guys. It's good to see you guys. It's good to hear you guys. Good to be back on a Sunday night this time.
Regan, if
and
you
I'm
were
curious-
to drown in any sort of liquid of your choice, what would it be? Like if you had the choice to.
I I don't think I would. Any liquid would be horrible. I don't know. I mean, I guess I would choose Mountain Dew Voltage. You know, me,
Okay.
man.
Okay.
At least I'd go out tasting something that I love.
Gotcha.
If I had to
If
do
you
it.
were stuck in the Amazon and you had 3 items, what would you bring?
Amazon rainforest or the
Yeah,
Amazon
sure.
desert.
The rainforest.
Okay, the
I don't think anybody
rainforest.
refers to the Amazon as the desert, but yeah, we'll go with the rainforest.
Isn't there an Amazon? I swear there's a desert in there too.
I mean, we've got Google here. So Amazon. There's
They do.
Amazon rainforest, the jungle. That's the first thing that pops up. Yeah. Nope. No
I
desert.
swear there's an Amazon desert. Well, anyways, I would probably bring a machete, some kindling, or whatever the stuff is to help you start a fire, and some rope.
Okay.
That's what I would bring.
Sick.
Maybe a crossbow.
Do you know how to
Yeah, who
use a
knows?
crossbow?
Well, in what's its world? The gosh darn it. The
Pal World.
Pal World. I know it was I was gonna say Pole World or something. I was like, no, that doesn't sound right. In Pal
Yeah, you
World,
def-
I know how to build a crossbow. I'm pretty good at it actually. So these last few days I've been leveling myself up. I got some pretty good pals too.
Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, to not beat around the bush here, I am in Texas. I'm not in my usual setup. Camera quality is going to be the same. Mic quality might be a little bit meh. In the background definitely isn't it, but that's okay. It's temporary.
Yeah.
I want to tell you a little bit about a story I'm living right now that was supposed to happen. And it starts with a man waking up at 3 a.m. 3 a.m. on a Sunday morning, deadbeat, tired, iPad, forgot to charge his iPhone, forgot to charge everything,
Yep.
and he had a flight in 3 hours. This man got ready, packed. He got children ready. He went to the airport and left his wife and flew to Texas. That was me.
Man.
That was me. And so today has been a wonderful, weird journey. I have been up since 3 a.m. this morning. I feel tired. I took a little bit of a nap, like 40 minutes. That was about it. But the other thing is we had a journey supposed to do.
Right.
Tomorrow is my brother's birthday. And the plan was that I was going to, context here. Me and my brother both work at the same company. Okay, we have an office here in Texas.
Right.
The plan was to get him into the office tomorrow with the team. But I was going to surprise him by coming into the office after he got there as a surprise. And you know what? Let's just say that didn't happen. We freaking went to Gaddyland today. Me and my dad almost got into a fight with some guy because he was getting pissed off about a table. And yeah, this is the day I've had so far. Okay, so okay, let's take a step back here. Sorry, guys, I've overspoke. Let's take a step back here. So Gaddyland is like the Dave and Buster's of Minnesota, except it's a buffet, and the tables are first come first serve. Okay. So we go out, we go to the sports section. The sports section's got a bunch of projectors on there playing the Ravens KC game. And there was a table. It just had a couple plates, had a drink on the table, and there was nobody there. We had circled the place and we're like, oh, this just must be what happens is at this place is people eat and they just leave their crap on the table and go.
Okay.
And so we go to pick up this stuff, and the guy's like, what the F are you doing with my plate and my drink? And we're like, what? We're like, sorry. Like, there was nobody. You've never been to Gaddyland? And he was like, that's my effing thing, and blah, 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 blah. And my dad's kind of a hothead. So he like walked off and was like, he grabbed him a plate and sarcastically was like, okay, here's your freaking plate, and hands him the plate. And then the guy was just being a dick. And I was like, dude, just take a freaking chill pill. 5'7", 150-pound kid. Yeah, just like a little kid. But I mean, he was an adult, but
yeah.
And I was like, dude, just freaking take a chill pill. Breathe for a second. It's really not that big of a deal.
I'm picturing a white male with this beard, like scruffy beard.
Yep.
And
tattoos.
Oh, he's got
everywhere.
Tattoos. Oh,
he's got tattoos on his arms, a couple on his neck.
Does he look like he does like meth?
Probably does. Now that's a tough subject. I don't know, because some people who use meth look different than other people who use meth and cocaine.
Yeah.
He definitely does drugs. Let's just say that.
Okay. He looks like he does drugs.
So that's not even the most funny part of the situation. He gets pissed off that we were cleaning off the table, and the worker was like, guys, I'm sorry. He's been doing this all day. Let me go clean you off a table. The guy got us a table, like a really nice spot. And we all go grab our food. We eat 10, 15 minutes later. We don't even notice the guy. But the guy hadn't even sat down in 15 minutes at the buffet. He had just stood at the table. Here's the table. He's standing at the edge of the table, on the corner of the table, not even sitting down to eat.
Just waiting.
Not
for
even
somebody
sitting
else
down to eat.
Just waiting for
It's just
somebody
like,
else. To
He's just
get
waiting
pissed
for
off
outs
at.
to. Yeah, exactly. So that way he has a reason to get mad. But no,
that's
it
good.
it was funny because it was just like it got really heated there, and I think he just looked at me and my dad and was just like, "Whoops, maybe not the two guys I should get mad at." And he just stood over there like a little puppy dog. So,
Walk
but yeah,
right
so
over
that
ya.
that was my day. Come to find, my brother found out that I was here. It was supposed to be a surprise. I was going to be here tomorrow.
How did he
but
find out?
They invited him to Gaddyland.
Don't
They
your family
invited
know
him.
that you were? That's why you were here. You're coming to
Uh,
surprise them.
Yeah,
geez.
well, it's my
Oh,
family.
dude.
It's okay.
I gotta show you what I got. My wife
you gotta
got one of
find?
these. It's not a fine, I guess. I mean, I got it off Amazon, so it was like brand spanking new. So, but
Ooh,
I freaking love it. I think it's the coolest thing ever, and it's for my phone. Okay.
oh, okay. Let's see it.
This is it. Okay.
What is
You
that?
see it? Okay.
Yeah?
Check this out. Here's my phone,
Uh huh.
and it charges my phone. So it's like an extra battery for my phone. It's just right there, and I'm holding it straight from this thing.
Hmm.
I've been using it, and then I can also check this out. Use it as a freaking stand, baby.
Oh
that.
wow.
Wow.
Now, quick question:
Okay.
if it unmagnetizes to your phone and it drops, is there a warranty or do you get anything with that?
Well, it's because it's the Apple thing, like the charging thing, So I don't think so. What do you mean if it
Like, let's magnets at some point, right?
Yeah.
Hold up 1 second. My wife just commented on our Facebook page or on our Facebook. You make it
Oh.
sound like you left
Me.
me. You're just visiting. To be clear, does it? Oh, okay. So let me rephrase. I didn't
Okay,
leave my
also-
wife. I love
Yeah.
my wife. I love my wife. Nope, I didn't leave her. I'm just
Okay,
going down to
second
visit.
question. Kaylee is
Second
asking,
question.
does it work with phone cases? It does work with. I don't have a phone case, but my wife does, and yes, it does work with hers. Depending,
Ooh.
because I guess it also depends on how thick your case is, because it's. However, you can see the circle. You see it? Yeah, you can see it. You have to glare.
Oh yeah.
But I guess it's all depending on how thin or thick your. I guess it's more of how thick your case is.
I just got
but
your
it works
Facebook
with my
message.
wife's.
What?
Yeah, dude.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Sorry.
Yeah.
We can't. I don't know if we could talk about that, but
Probably not.
that's crazy.
Anyways, yeah. It's a girl, by the way.
Nice. Sick.
But yeah, right.
All right,
Well,
ladies
he
and
didn't
gentlemen.
seem very happy about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're gonna jump into this. Regan and I are gonna play some Power World after the stream for a little bit, potentially.
Yep.
So stick around for afterwards as well. Today we are jumping into the TV series that the world. I'm just kidding. It hasn't been really shocking the world, but we're gonna go over the TV series Echo. A couple weeks ago on Disney Plus, to talk a little bit about this here. Let me just pull up a little bit of the synopsis. Came out in 2024, streaming exclusively on Disney Plus. The overview here is that the origin story of Echo revisits Maya Lopez, whose ruthless behavior in New York City catches up with her in her hometown. She must face her past, reconnect with their Native American roots and embrace the meaning of family, community, if she ever hopes to move forward. The directors, Sydney Freeland and Katrina McKenzie. It aired January 9th, 2024. I think it came out with all 5 episodes, so you guys can binge watch it all. It's all done. Executive producers Kevin Feige, Louis Despacito, Victoria Alonso, Brad Winderbaum, Steven Broussard, Richie Palmer, and the rest, who cares really? Cast Alakwa Cox, Chasky Spencer, Tantu Cardinal, Every Jacobs, Cody Lightning, Graham Greene, and Zahn McLarnon. Zach McLarnon. That was the worst synopsis I have done in a long time.
You were just reading right off.
I was just reading right off of
Google.
Actually, Marvel.com.
All right.
Here, I'll just send it to you. Actually, we should start using this. Might actually help. Here, let me send it. Let's send it in our chat. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you haven't seen the show, we're not going to do a non-spoiler. Reasons we're going to jump in. If you haven't seen it, this is going to be our spoiler warning. Go back, check it out, and come back and listen. Spoiler warning, starting in 3, 2.
Are you doing it?
1.
Hey there, Goof and Goober fans. Before we dive into the episode, we want to give you a heads up. Spoilers ahead. This message is equipped with our official Goof and Goober Show rating system, so you know just what you're getting into. Come on, follow along. 5-star, a must watch. Prepare for a roller coaster of emotions, jaw-dropping twists, and laughs that will leave your sides aching. These are game changers. Then we have a 4-star. This is entertaining. While not quite a life-altering experience, these movies and TV shows are popcorn recommended. 3 stars, average and not groundbreaking. A decent movie or episode that will still deliver the goods. It's worth a watch for dedicated fans. 2 stars, room for improvement. These movies or TV shows have their moments but fall short of our standard. And of course, 1 star, proceed with caution, buckle up. These are trash. Well, now that you know our rating system, let's jump in.
Wow. Our freaking spoiler warnings work today. And our intro and hopefully our outro, let's knock on wood here because I don't have wood.
I knocked on wood.
Okay. I'll knock on a different wood. But ladies, that is our spoiler warning. Again, if you haven't seen it, go check it out before we talk about it. First things first, the meaning or the true let's talk about the true issue of this TV show. And I'm just gonna jump straight into it. The true issue with this TV show is this TV show is just everywhere. This TV show is everywhere. There's not really a rhyme or reason or like a steady flow. I don't even know how to explain it. But for me, this TV show really just kind of said, you know what? Here's a character that in concept is really, really cool. Here's multiple different storylines. Here's multiple different things, and Merry Christmas, right? Like you get another character for the MCU. And so, and the reason why we didn't do like a pre-spoiler warning or a pre-review, because there's not really much to talk about this TV show, but there is a lot to talk about for the future of the MCU. So I wanted to throw it to Regan. Regan, give us your overview. Give us your thoughts on Echo. Give us your rating, and what do you expect moving forward with Marvel?
So with this, I'm going to start out with my rating. You're good. I give this a 3.2. it's exactly what you said. It's sporadic. There's not a whole lot of consistency here. I mean, it's only 5 episodes, so they got to fit a lot of things into this with bringing in a whole new character pretty much. If you weren't watching like Daredevil or Hawkeye, excuse me, or any of that, you probably never heard. I didn't watch Hawkeye. I didn't watch I have watched Daredevil. But there's
Shame on
really
you.
only one scene.
Shame on you. You need to go back and watch Hawkeye at least.
Well, but I did my research on who this Echo girl is because I never heard of her. And I was like, okay, well, tell me a little bit about her, and what her powers really are. And upon doing that research after watching the series, I think they butched. The only thing they really got right was that she was Native American and deaf. The what do you call it? The leg thing? What do you call it? I can't think of the
Prosthetic leg.
Prosthetic leg. There you go. That wasn't in the comics, so that's a whole new thing they did, which is fine. They can do that.
Sure.
I'm not saying they can't, but her powers really in this thing was from the Native American tribe, which was this whole thing, and that was like her power, which I didn't even know really what that did. And so like that's why it's so. Maybe I should lower it because you really didn't understand who she was and what these powers were. It was just like, oh, it gives you strength in your weakest or when it counts. But that's not who Echo was. Echo was a basically like taskmaster where she could perfectly copy her previous like anybody's movement. By just watching, she became a concert level pianist. I'm just reading this right off. A strong martial artist, a highly skilled acrobat, and even a gifted ballerina. And
Which we
just
never
by
saw.
watching, yeah, you never saw any of that. And she gained Daredevil's acrobatic abilities and then Bullseye's uncanny aim by just watching a video of them fight. Like, and she was able to do that. And that would have been, I don't know. To me, that would have been better than whatever she was doing. Because in this TV series, you really just look at her as like, oh, she's just good at fighting, but you think she's good at fighting because she grew up fighting. And that's why she was good at fighting. And I just didn't really show who this character really was in Marvel. I don't think, I mean, yeah, you can change a few things. The prosthetic leg, you can change that. You can change maybe the character a little bit. But like the abilities, the powers, I don't think you're completely changing, basically making a whole new character now. And just slapping Marvel's name on it. So I was that?
I guess I can see. So this is my dilemma is that I think of Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse then. And I think of the multiple different types of Spider-Man with different types of powers, but essentially they're all the same. So like make the argument like, hey, this is a different universe than the one that was previous. But like I agree with you, but I'm saying is that that's an easy out for Marvel, right? To say, oh well, this is just not that one. This isn't that specific. That specific.
Like
Hi. We get our freaking Scarlet Sesh every time.
Yeah, every
time.
Every episode.
Yeah, she's got a drippy nose.
But to go with your point, it's like you said, Spider-Man. It's different, but same throughout the universe. Pretty much, he can climb on walls and shoot webs. Pretty much, and all of those.
Right.
This one is her main powers is like photographic reflexes. And they didn't show that at all. They showed this whole thing, whatever this was. What did they even call that? Did
healing.
They even have a name
that was the healing thing. That was from his mom. That was like the healing thing that she did.
She did like, okay, so then at the end, I guess I didn't understand what happened with Kingpin. That she healed him, but I don't know. About
Yeah,
that.
look, and maybe I don't know the power set. We'll talk about the end of it. We'll talk about the end because I think the end obviously has some importance for the moving forward of the MCU. But to give context, right? Because everybody who's watching at this point has seen it, right? But we get the context that she is she's essentially tied to these like mystical native people that have like special powers, I guess, at one point. And they were the first humans. Is that what? And that was unclear to
Right.
me.
Yeah.
That was really unclear to me. Were they the first humans? What? Why were they so significant? Obviously, they broke through, and they were the first Choctaw, I think, is what they were, Choctaw Indians. But yeah, it's really hard to kind of nail down because there's just so many different things. Throughout this TV show, we get 5 episodes, and 5 episodes all have different backgrounds or meanings. Yeah, our main character, as to what she's feeling, what she's having to deal with. So, like for an example, one episode they were talking about how she needed to be more strategic. So, at the beginning of the show, they gave some game that they used to play back in the day to accept people into their land or something. And then that had meaning to it. But my thing is like, how do I say this? Because and I had a fear when I was listening to this that it would sound kind of racist if I even got close, because it was just like I have to be careful because I don't know. Like I don't know. But it's just like for me, I just felt like very weirded out with the certain situations that they're putting themselves into and saying essentially this is what Maya's dealing with and the ancestors had to deal with. Now she has to deal with it all on her own at the end. And it was just I don't know. It's really hard to comprehend because at the end Maya talks to the grandmother and's like essentially what's going on, and the grandmother was like, they all flow through you. All flow through you.
Like, yeah.
And
then everyone got like these powers, and all the women are just,
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like,
And then all of a sudden they have powers, which
yeah.
I don't know. I don't
It's
know.
like
I feel like
it's it's
I
like
can't tell if this is an origin story or not because
well, they're calling
know what I
it
mean?
an origin story. I mean, basically, you're getting the whole background from the beginning of who she is, and then you learn about her father, and then people before her, like the origins or her ancestors, and then her great grandma who could speak to those ancestors. I don't know.
Let's go back to the photographic memory for a second because I have some.
Okay.
You talked about how she had the photographic memory, whatever, because of and she
Photographic
memorized Daredevil's.
reflexes.
Yeah, she can memorize Daredevil stuff. I always thought about that. I was like, this young girl who does MMA is keeping up with Daredevil? Are you kidding me?
She never even watched.
Had they had context to that, I wouldn't have been like,
Right.
what the
There was
frick is this?
no context in a lot of these things, and it's just like, and these, I mean, I think they should have made these episodes longer because
They could have easily gotten to 10 episodes here.
Yeah, or
Easily.
yeah, or just go for 10 episodes, right? It's just like they could have done a lot better with this, and I think the character is sweet. I think I love the idea, and bringing in this type of character and this world, somebody that kind of no one's ever heard of, but doing a really well job, and but they just kind of did a really bad job with it. I will have to say though, I want to give props to Alaqua Cox. however you pronounce that. The girl that
Alaqua.
plays Alaqua,
Alaqua Cox.
the lady who plays Echo.
Yeah.
This is like
Maya.
her first ever like TV series, or not even like actual.
Oh, this is like her first thing, right?
Yeah, like she was in a couple of episodes of Hawkeye, as well as Daredevil, I believe.
Mm-hmm. No,
but
it's
I don't
just
think
on
it's just Hawkeye.
just Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I got to see that. But yeah, it just like she's actually deaf, so this really kind of was like right up her alley. The prosthetic leg thing is just a new thing that, I mean, she just already was born with it, or I don't know. She, from what I read, she wasn't
She was
born
born
with it.
with a
Nobody
prosthetic
knows.
leg.
No.
That
You
must
know what
have
I
hurt
mean.
coming out.
Oh,
Oh, just push it out, babe. You know what this feels like. Feels like plastic. Sorry,
but
that wasn't funny. Sorry, guys.
But I think she did great job. I think she did great. There wasn't really, her acting skills really was spot on.
There were some
and
parts,
the
yeah.
choreography, yeah. Well, it's kind of hard
It's tough.
when you don't have a voice. Not hard, I'd say it might be a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Than
I think some facial
speaking.
expressions really got me, but I mean,
yeah, and that's probably the
I personally think that was one of the cooler
newbie.
parts of the show, was that the fact that pretty much all of it was in sign language, or at least
majority
they
of
were
it.
signing as they were talking, so like you could hear it and kind of see it. I thought that was
Well-
cool. I thought it slowed down a lot of the monologue though, or the dialogue.
Right. Because
So-
you really have to allow the viewer to read it and then listen. They're not listening to it, so they really have to read it and then take it in. I did like
Yeah.
though what they did with Kingpin, and I feel like they should have done this from the get go.
Instead of waiting?
contact thing.
Yeah,
Instead of waiting, because that I was like,
you get a
I feel
part
like
of an
that would
episode
be-
with it.
Yeah, it was like at the very last, like the second to last episode, that they decided, okay, now we're gonna give her these contacts that she'll be
Allows
able
her to
now
talk to people
communicate
who
with.
don't know it.
Yeah,
So,
well, you have to have like the earpiece thingy,
sure.
but yeah, it's just like I feel like they should have done that from like the get go with Kingpin, instead of having the translator and then at the very end killing her. It just I don't know, just weird.
For
Just
as
weird
much
to
as
me.
So, speaking of so this show, by the way, it is advertised as a TVMA, so mature audience.
Right.
To be honest with you, it really wasn't that. It really wasn't that bad of a show in terms of gore, or graphics, or anything like that.
Right.
I was expecting more. We got it out of the first and second, roughly, and a couple here and there, but just sparks and pieces of it. What I really would hope for, what I was really hoping that this show would do is, and I guess this is why I brought this up earlier, is I wanted to see what her impact has done to the MCU and why she is an important figure, other than the fact that she's tied to Kingpin, right? And she's killed a bunch of people, right? Other than that,
Yeah.
like that's where Loki, we got the whole, we understand
Right.
what his purpose was, why he was doing it, and to a conclusion where it kind of left it open, right, for interpretation. And that's
Mhm.
okay, right? But they took us through the whole cycle of giving us the proper information to create the right context clues to come up with some sort of conclusion at the end. This one was just kind of like, well, she went back home, she could, at home they were tied to Kingpin and Kingpin's tied to them, and then she just somehow blows up this thing and just random events. But like, what really did that do? Like, what did that do to move
Right.
the MCU forward? Because
Yeah.
from my understanding, Marvel wants to take Daredevil, Spider-Man, Hawkeye, or all of the street level Avengers, right? Not the Thors, not the Captain Marvels, not the
Yeah.
Doctor Stranges, and do like a street level MCU type of series. But this show, other than at the end, that Kingpin in the cutscene, he's listening to the news, and they're like, "We're looking for a mayor, but people want someone who's a fighter, someone who could just beat people down. We somehow can't find a person, but we know they're out there." And we're like, "This is the dumb." Like, to me, that was the dumbest thing I had. Like, you're clearly setting up Kingpin to try to run for mayor, right? But like, where does Maya fit into this? Where does she fit into this after this show?
It was. Are they planning? I guess. Yeah, you're right. Because where does she go from here? There's nothing that really at all for her. They didn't really set anything up for her. This was more about Kingpin. I mean, you can look on the cover, and the cover is her on a motorcycle, but in the background, like in the overlay, the shadow, I guess you could say, is Kingpin.
Yeah.
So I think maybe more of this was more about Kingpin than Echo. Could you say that? Because are they trying? Maybe they're trying to set up Kingpin for a Avenger type. Nah, not an Avenger type.
Street
thing,
level
but
Avenger
maybe,
type film, maybe.
Yeah.
I could see it. Now that you bring it up, I could see it because I know they're trying to tie in Daredevil, Echo, Spider-Man, street level stuff.
Hawkeye.
We already know that.
Yeah.
Hawkeye, but what's her name? Kate Bishop,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
They're trying to tie in all the people who aren't quite Avenger level. Could be what they're doing, but I don't think they. And maybe this is just good storytelling. Is that they didn't make it very clear, I guess, on what they're doing from the character standpoint of the hero, right? Or the hero.
Right.
Because I mean, that's all. When I go watch these movies, I'm like, okay, well, what happened? What does Spider-Man do next? Right?
Mhm.
What does Loki do next? What does all these next thing? Like, what are they tied to moving forward? And I guess if that's the only thing that they're giving us, that might be it. But what could he be doing so bad that it would need Spider-Man, Echo, Daredevil to fix? Like, what could he possibly be doing?
Well, if Kingpin
Underground drug killing murder cartel. Yeah, like they already have those.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I think they have a plan, and I don't think they did this and made it, bringing in all these characters with Kingpin, with Echo, and then they're tying her in with Daredevil, Hawkeye. I don't know about Spider-Man. It'd be interesting to see if Spider-Man, but I think that yes, they're trying to tie it all into something big, into something,
Yeah.
the next big thing to say. But
because I think,
I don't know what that could be, because it's just there.
Could we at least agree that Spider-Man is not a street level Avenger, right? Like he is a world level Avenger. Like
I mean, he almost was an Avenger, yes.
No, he is. He
Yeah,
is.
but I think from the TV series that I've watched, they've tried to make Looks like 49ers won. Sorry.
No.
Yeah.
How much time?
47 seconds. Fourth quarter. And 3rd and 6. Wait, never mind. I thought they looks like
You have a
they might just
timeout?
be kneeling it. No. The Lions used all their timeouts.
So that's
They're
going to
just
get to
kneeling
6
it.
seconds.
Wait, are they gonna? Looks like they're running a play.
Oh no.
Yeah.
They might be trying to run out the 6 seconds.
Oh, there's plenty. Yeah.
Sorry guys,
Pittsburgh-
we're obviously
They
big
won.
football fans.
Yeah, they won.
So announcement Super Bowl 60, I don't know what Super Bowl it is. 68, 7, 5, 63.
one of those.
Super Bowl 24 is Super Bowl LV3. I don't know what that is. I don't know numerals.
53.
58.
LV
Super Bowl 58? Yeah, Super Bowl 58. Kansas City Chiefs versus the San Francisco 49ers. We'll probably be talking a little bit about that, I'm sure. So we talk about Echo, right? I didn't give my rating yet. And the reason why I didn't give my I'm
Mhm.
tossed up. Because there's points in this show that I was like, and I really like. And then there's parts of this TV show that I was like, ugh. Like, why? Like, this doesn't make sense. Why is this happening? So I got to cut it somewhat in the middle. I'm going to 3-0 out of 5.
Okay.
It's in okay. So for the viewers, if you haven't watched it and you're basing it off of our review systems, there's a lot of stuff that needs to happen. There's some things that, it's quite enjoyable. If you're a Marvel fan, go watch it. It's not like the end of the world. It's not like, Secret Invasion where it was like really good for 2 episodes and then it went or freaking She-Hulk where it was just horrible the entire time. I would say check it out. Moving forward into the MCU, because I want to talk about some future stuff. One in particular being Secret Wars. On my flight to Texas, I was thinking
Okay.
about this. Out of the core characters that are in Secret Wars, Iron Man is one of them. So for me, I think it would be a heartbreak if anybody who's read Secret Wars doesn't get Iron Man. Captain America is also a big character in Secret Wars. That would be a heartbreak if you didn't get Captain America in Secret Wars. Also, Spider-Man. Yeah, Spider-Man is in Secret Wars.
Yep.
Pretty dang sure. I'm pretty sure.
I mean-
I'm trying to think of I'm pretty sure one of the comics has the Black Spider-Man on
Oh,
it.
Secret War. Yeah, I got the Secret Wars right here. These are
Oh,
all
yeah,
the
see?
people they have.
Okay. So, and we have Wolverine. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Secret Wars is supposed to happen after Fantastic Four. Excuse me. It's supposed to happen before Fantastic Four. Now, I'm gonna figure this out myself. Because I'm gonna look it up here in just a second. But let me just do that before here. Marvel Secret, because I want to make sure I'm not, because I thought about this. 2027,
Uh-huh.
Marvel Fantastic Four, 2025. Okay. So my theory was right. Okay, it comes out afterwards. Hear me out. Freaking Mr. Fantastic can pull an Iron Man from like any multiverse. He can do that. He can create a machine to do that. He can go to many different places in multiverses.
Mr. Fantastic.
Do you think that he ends up pulling Captain America? Do you think he pulls Iron Man? Or do you think that they just don't include them in Secret Wars? I thought about that. I was just telling myself, I would be heartbroken if they didn't have Iron Man and Captain America in Secret Wars. Or, in our case, Peter Parker. Nobody knows who who Spider-Man is in that universe.
I think they'll pull probably. It's not going to be the
My real
Robert
question
Downey.
is how would
could
you
not-
do it? That was the real
I
question.
think it's going to be a different kind of variant of the Tony Stark that we know.
You think it's gonna be
for
RDJ?
No, I don't think the RBJ is going to do it. He already did his time, and I think he's done.
Chris Evans?
I could be wrong, but Chris Evans would probably come back. With Captain America, but I don't think they're gonna bring back RBJ for. Well, I don't think RBJ is going to want to do it because he has left a legacy, and there's no need for him to come back anymore. He's left his legacy, and everyone loves him. I think it would be not a smart move for him. As
You think it would do the reverse of
yes, I think so.
Okay.
Because then, what if it's not as good as it used to be? It's
turns
one
into
of
a
kind
Loki.
thing that really happened. Yeah, it's not a Loki.
Loki dies, come back, dies, come back, dies, come back, and it just doesn't.
It's a one of a kind. What happened with Avengers Endgame and that whole, the phase 4 down, that was a legacy, and it was one of a kind. Nothing else ever going to be like it. What will need to happen, most likely, for Robert Downey Jr. to come back as Iron Man, they'll need something that's going to start a new legacy. That's going to be reinventing the whole superhero movie genre, I guess.
Sure.
Because
without destroying what they've built.
Right, because they've already they worked so hard, basically right off the back of Robert Downey Jr. And now they're trying to find somebody to work off the back of, and there's not going to be anybody really. I guess
I think Tom Holland's the only one.
Right.
Tom Hiddleston too, I guess. Loki.
Right, and those two for sure could do it. Tom Hiddleston. It could be Tom Holland. Jeez, why are those names so similar? What are they? That's ridiculous. Tom Holland and Tom Hiddleston. Tom Holland, I think, is going to be the guy. I think that's probably who they're going to try to do it, but they're not really doing a good job at that right now. With all these series that they're having, with all these different variants, different segments, different TV series, mini series, whatever, that they're trying to get in there, or as well as the Marvels, those types of movies, Quantumania. They're not doing a good job right now. But I shouldn't, I guess, say that it's over, because I believe Tom Holland's gonna. I mean, he's the Spider-Man, and he's killing it.
Mm-hmm.
So they need to build it off of Tom Holland, not really anyone else right now. Tom Holland needs to be it. He needs to be the poster boy of the Marvel right now, unless they can find somebody else that can do that. Maybe Mr. Fantastic, or Captain Fantastic,
Pedro Pascal,
or whatever.
Captain Fantastic. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I don't know
Captain
who he is.
Fantastic.
You said like something like.
I gotta
what
get-
did you say?
Mr. Fantastic.
Oh, Mr. Fantastic. Okay. I
Yeah.
thought you said something else.
We gotta get Regan. Look, when I get back, I'll give you all of the finished Fantastic Fours that I've read, and you can take a look. Get familiarized with old Reed Richards,
Thanks.
a little bit. But so my thing is I now that you kind of throw your point out there, I kind of agree in the fact that if they do bring him back, the reason why I bring up the Loki thing is when he died the first time, we were like, oh my gosh, Loki died. And then he came back, and then we were like, wait, what? And we were cool with it for a little bit, and then he died again, and then he came back. And we were just like, it was just kind of a repeat of things like, we can't really trust Marvel. It's just kind of a cheeky way to get, I mean, it's going to pack a theater, obviously, if they say, hey, RDJ's coming back. Will people buy tickets? Yes, but will it do it justice for the story moving forward? I don't know, right? Like, and that's the fear of it. Moving forward, right? Like, we have to think about the future. Moving forward, we got Madden Web. Now we don't know what that ties in with the MCU moving forward, since it's still I think it's a Sony product still. So we don't know how that's going to play, right? We got Fantastic Four coming out next year. And I don't think there's any other Marvel movies that are coming out this year, if I'm not mistaken. Coming out in 2024. Other than Deadpool. I think that's it.
Craven's going out, I thought.
That's a Sony product. Yeah. So the only other one is Deadpool 3.
Thunderbolts? That's 2025.
Thunderbolts is a TV. Yeah, that's 2025. So we're thinking, like, for us, to be honest with you, and this kind of puts a little bit of a, not fear into it, but it's just like, man, we have to wait a whole year. But like, we only get a couple properties out of Marvel this year. Mm-hmm. That's it. But only one.
I don't think. I mean, maybe Deadpool is where they bring in, the X-Men and into this.
They are
for. I mean, hopefully, we'll see.
Wolverine's in it.
Yeah, but I mean, they've already had the X-Men in Deadpool before, but Deadpool now will have to. Deadpool will need to. Well, because the Marvels, we saw what's her face find Professor X
Beast
and the Beast. Yep. But so it looks like those are merging together here, which would set up Secret Wars, because that's where a lot of we get
Wolverine, that's true.
and all of them, and so. That brings up another good point, is that they could maybe build off the back of Deadpool or Wolverine.
I would give my pinky toe for it to be on the back of Ryan Reynolds. I think
Ryan would want that.
Oh my gosh, but he would be so good.
He would. But
but the problem is it wouldn't be MCU. It'd be all
and they
comedies.
Would all be rated R's.
And rated R's.
So so not everyone would watch it, obviously. I mean, I guess who is their main fan base for Marvel? Is it kids, teenagers? I don't know.
I think it's got to be teenagers up. People our age, probably.
Right. So I mean, they could do it rated R.
I don't know. Maybe 18 to 18. But yeah, rated R you could fit that in if they're 18 and above, because I mean, this has got to be people who have been in it, like they have seen everything from the beginning. Iron Man, Hulk, everything, Captain America, Thor,
right?
All of the beginning. So that's kind of, I think, where their audience are. They could, I think it. Now that you're thinking about it, It's coming into my brain. Horrible idea. I'm an idiot. Why did I even think about that? The like this would not make a serious Marvel series at all. Like all of the weight of seeing Iron Man die, like we wouldn't have had that. There would have been a comical
No.
joke after he died or something, with Deadpool
Dude.
or
Yeah. Dude, so my wife and I are currently on a binge of movies of the Marvel series, the MCU series, cinematic universe, whatever
Movies.
you want to call it.
Mhm.
And we watched Age of Ultron, and there's a it's a great it's also like one of the probably underrated movies of the
Yeah.
Avengers for them.
Yeah.
But great movie first off, but there's so much in there that kind of makes you like, man, Tony has been just petrified and just it's killing him inside, knowing that the earth is gonna like die, and it comes down to him because like Scarlet Witch does her little mind thing, and like you see basically all the Avengers dead in like Thanos's throne, whatever, and then
Yep.
everyone like attacking Earth, and it makes the whole end game so much better because you're like, Tony, this is what he's been dealing with since he fell out of the black hole thing. That he's
He has
trying to
been in
protect
my
everyone.
mind, implanted in my brain.
Oh no.
He says that in Endgame. I said we
What?
needed to build a pseudo wall around the Earth,
Right. Yeah.
You-
And it's
Cap, and you weren't. Look at us now.
it's just
Yeah, you're
it's
right.
just amazing that they did that. And like that's what I'm saying is like Robert Downey Jr. I don't think he would want to come back because he did such an incredible job there, and he's already made his legacy. He's already made his footprint, whatever you want to say it, however you want to say it. It wouldn't be a smart choice for him because he's already left his legacy, and people will remember him for that. And people don't want to remember some guy who tried to come back and redo it, or not necessarily redo it, but try to do another legacy kind of from whatever. So
There
I
were
think-
theories that have you seen Iron Man 3 yet?
Yep.
In your little okay.
Yep.
In 3 they have the kid
Yep.
that helped him. There's a theory that he will be the next Iron Man.
Yeah. And he was shown at the funeral in
Yep.
Endgames, I believe.
Yep.
And I've heard that. So that's definitely a plausible theory, as well as the Ironheart, which horrible.
Oh, don't even get me started. I forgot
Dude.
about her.
Yeah,
Jeez.
dude. What was that a
Yikes.
movie? No, that wasn't a movie.
That was
Was
a
it?
movie. Black Panther.
Oh, it was Black Panther. That's right.
Which Black Panther wasn't a
Oh
bad
my
movie.
God. No. Well,
was
the
average.
first one or the
Second one. Second one. It was average.
Sorry.
It was like a 3.5.
I can only think of the Power Ranger girl right now.
Well,
But
ladies
we
and
were
gentlemen,
just talking
boys and
about it.
girls, read hours talking about the future of Marvel, and we do this all the time where we freaking go down these bunny trails. But today's episode was supposed to be about Echo. We got through it. 3.2, you said, or 3.3?
For the episode
Echo
number? Oh,
3.3?
3.2.
3.2. I said a 3.0, so it's somewhere like a 3.1. It's if you are a Marvel fan, go check it out. If you're not a Marvel fan, you probably won't like it anyway. But go check it out.
Yeah.
See all of our. You'll be able to see all of our podcasts. Spotify, Apple Podcasts. You'll be able to see it pretty much anywhere you guys stream your podcasts. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Check out the daily stuff, or check out the new stuff that we got coming out here. We are almost at 100 followers on Instagram. 1
baby.
year potentially for 100. Wait, that is I know. Based off of the look, I know you're about to go check.
I
Um,
am.
we're getting close. We're getting really close. We're at
Let's see,
89.
we
We
gotta
have
be-
lost a
I
follower.
thought we had 90. Well, no,
I
last
don't
time we
know.
were at 89, and yeah, whatever.
And now we're at 89. Mom, go follow go follow the Instagram page.
Please,
Julie,
Bob.
please, Mom, follow it. Ladies and gentlemen, follow it. I've got a bunch of stuff at my house that we've got stowed away. Every time I go to the store, I always find these freaking sweet collectibles that I'd love to give away. Regan, show him my Christmas present that I got you. I found this bad boy for like $12 on the clearance aisle. Freaking Blue Beetle statue. This thing is sweet for $12. Like I've got a bunch of stuff stashed away, ready to give out to people. So like, freaking follow. And if you aren't following, it takes 2 seconds.
Really?
But,
That's all it does.
yeah. It really does take 2 seconds. And for us, we don't get paid to do this. So this is all coming out of our cash show pockets. We
It's
pretty
free
much,
money,
I mean,
basically.
we fund all of our movies. We fund all of our everything pretty much. So hit us with a follow. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been really good. I will be back in my office, back in the studio next Monday at my home, assuming that
Mhm.
nothing happens with the airport or airplanes or delays or something. I don't know, but I should be back. Any last thoughts, concerns, quotes, comments?
Love you guys. Thanks for listening. That's it.
And if you guys get the salsa verde salsa, don't like take a huge amount. It's really hot.
that
We're
makes
gonna
sense.
cue the outro in 3, 2,
Peace.
peace.
No,
Please.
it was working fine. Riverside.
We
We'll
gotta
see you
keep
guys
this in
next
the
time.
episode.
Love you
Guys,
guys.
oh, Riverside, we love you. We'll see you next time. Hey, tell your friends and family that you love them. Tell your mom, your sisters, your brothers,
Wow.
your cousins, your friends, your uncles, your